Welcome everyone, I've got another video today and it is another accessory, or is this one an upgrade? Not quite sure, I'll leave you to decide in the comments, but what am I doing? Well, as you know, I've put the Egr roller shutter on the back and it is absolutely fantastic. I haven't had any trouble. I had the car out in the rain all day yesterday and didn't have any real leaks. Had one little leak and it was just at the back of the car here where the tailgate is. But I have a solution for that, and it is the Egr Dust Defence Kit. Ordered one of those offline as well. It's actually a dust kit that goes around the rear tailgate of the Ranger. I had a look at a few different ones, and again, it was Mr. Ty Fendwick.
The dust issues that I still have in the tub, I want to stop that. So I've been waiting on this to show up from Egr. I bought this myself.
That led me to go with this, and I watched his video and I thought, if it's good enough for Ty, it's good enough for me, because he normally puts the best on his vehicles, and he does a lot of research into them. Me being new at it, you do take a lot of advice off people that have done these sort of things, and when I watched Ty's video, this was one of the products that he actually installed on his Ford Ranger Raptor. I'll leave a link in the description so you can check that one out as well. I did leave a link in the description too of his Egr roller shutter video. Got a couple of nice little birds in here, just honey eaters, eating the honey off the trees. Just had a big, I don't know, what do you call them, C-47 transport prop plane flyover. Did a real low flyover because today is Anzac Day. We went down to the Anzac dawn service this morning. What an amazing experience, especially today. There were so many people there. There was hundreds of people there at the Kingaroy Anzac dawn service this morning. It was amazing to see. There was so many kids. There was about 30 cadets there, all in their uniforms, and there was ex-servicemen, existing servicemen, and just so many people there paying their respects to all the men and women from Australia and New Zealand that lost their lives in Gallipoli, and all the other wars as too, Vietnam, Korea, all those wars, you know, lest we forget. But let's get back into the video. So I've got the instruction manual. Is it easy? It looks easy on paper, guys, but only time will tell how hard it is to put in. It's very well detailed. They show you all the things you got to do. Now this particular kit is either for one with a tub liner or without. You have got a little bit more work to do with the tub liner, and I've got to do that. I've got all the tools that list you all the things you need on the very front page here. Important. It says read instructions carefully before installation. Us blokes do that all the time, don't we? We always read the instructions, but it's got the recommended tool lists, drills. Let's have a look. I'll bring you over here. So I'll read them out. Drills, sockets, sharp scissors, riveting gun, pens, caulking gun, set of cutters, and a drill, masking tape, and a couple of other things. But I've got all those. So here's the kit here. Lots of different parts. So you got. Now the beauty about this particular kit that I like, when I was looking at other ones, is that it actually has rubber seals that stop the dust and water getting in. And all the pieces that you put on, as in all the metal pieces, the rubber clips onto it as it would if it was a rubber seal around the door frame of your car or something like that. They're held on with screws, rivets, and existing fixtures within your tub liner. So I've got to actually cut some of this back here. I've got to remove these water points, cut some of this back, cut along here, back up there, because behind these fittings here there is some mounting points that you have to use to fit these brackets here, which go in to there, something like that, and then these brackets here attach to them, and then your rubber seal goes around the edges of those. I don't know whether I'll show you every single thing about putting this on, but I'm going to try and show you as much as I can, because I did have a look online. Ty's got a video basically showing you how to do this as well to his Raptor. Gives you a few little points. I did watch your video, Ty, because I ducked down and got one of these, mate. So he did recommend getting one of these little tools from Supercheap. I actually got this one from Bunnings, so, but because you've got to put some screws down along here and it's too hard to get anything in there to screw them on. So without further ado, I'm gonna start removing a couple of screws up in the back here, some of these things, because what I've got to do is trim this all the way down here and along here so that we can put the rubber seals and fittings in. If you didn't have the tub liner in there, you wouldn't need to do this, but because I've left it in there, I have to. I also, this morning, I don't know whether you noticed, I fitted a grunt floor mat in the bottom of the truck here. It's still got to settle in a bit, so it was rolled up, but I'll tell you what, it's got some weight in it, and it is really thick rubber, so that should be good, because the thing I like about it is you can throw stuff on here and nothing slips. So it's going to be good for throwing stuff in the back here when we're traveling. I've got heaps of room still left in the back of the Ranger here, guys. I will do a separate video, I think, and answer some of the questions and queries I've had about the build so far. I'm going to go through all the questions that I've had on my videos and answer some of the important ones. So if you've got any questions you want answered, please leave them in this video so that I can go through them. I will answer them personally on the video to you guys, but I also want to answer some of the questions to the general public, because not everyone reads all the comments and everything and the responses. And I think there's some pretty good questions in there that have asked about certain things and why I've gone a certain way and how much room I've got, all that sort of thing. So let's get into it. Otherwise this video will be way too long and you won't want to watch it. Cheers, everyone. Okay, update time. What have I done? Not a lot. Removed 2 brackets. So these 2 brackets here, which were up around the back there, trust me, they were 3 screws or 4 screws. Had to pull the pipes off, so now I can pull this out, because down behind that pipe there you can now see those 2 holes. So now I can get to these a little bit better. I can start working out how I'm going to trim all that. So that's where I'm up to. The next thing is to start cutting away the tub liner, just to make a bit more room. Obviously, if you haven't got a tub liner, you don't need to do this step, but I had to, so that's what I've done, so I can pull all those away. Let's get into the rest of it. Okay, I'm just about to cut the tub liner. Now it says to measure in 45 millimeters, so I've got a set square holding it up against the edge there. So basically it is just to that edge, just there of the tub liner. And then that will obviously continue up there, along that edge, and straight up there. So that's what I've got to take off. Now I'm going to do this bottom cut first. And what I've done is, I had this metal set square here. I've pushed that up underneath the tub liner, and I've just got my Stanley knife, and I can quite easily run that along there, and I don't have to worry about the knife cutting into the paintwork. So that's how I'm doing it. You do it how it works best for you. I know I seen on one video, I went out and bought a pair of these side cutter things, and they were using them. I may use that to do that, but the Stanley knife seems to be working really good. So that's what I am going to use. Just make sure you've got a few spare blades. Okay, there you go. I've got the piece cut out on this side. I tell you what, that was much easier doing it with the Stanley knife than trying to use those things. So I got myself a set of side cutters now, but if I've got to trim any more away I can. I may reroute these. I see Ty rerouted these back through the uprights here on the dust cover, so I may do that yet. But yeah, that's it. Just got to do this one here the same, which wasn't too bad actually. That was the part I was dreading the most. So that's done. Let's get the other side done, and we should be right. Okay, the next part we're up to, this little piece here with these things cut out. This is for your pinch grip to go onto. Now what you've got to do is actually drill some holes out in the car. Now what you've got to do is measure in 15 millimeters from the back edge of the tub here. What I did was I measured in 15 millimeters, marked that hole, sat the rivet in there, did the same thing with the other end there, sat the rivet in. Now you just centralise this, make sure it's the same distance from there as what it is from there to there, and punch your holes and drill them out. So what I will do now is get my marker, and all I have to do, because I've got the rivets holding it in there, is get my marker, mark that one, and mark that one. So I'll just punch those now, drill those out, and then I can rivet this on ready to go. Then we'll get on to the next step. Also guys, what I failed to mention too, once you got your holes drilled out, just make sure you get rid of all the filings, blow them out. Because the last thing you want to do is rust happening, and I will be getting some rust converter now and just touching these holes up where I've drilled them out so that it doesn't rust under there, because you are going to have water underneath this. I am going to put some silicone underneath that as well, just to stop any water getting through there. So let's get into it. Okay, I've got a fair bit more done, and have I had a few dramas? Yes, and it's my fault. When you order these things guys, if you have got a roller track or put a canopy tub cover on, make sure when you're ordering it you order the right one. I actually ordered the one without the tub cover on it, and the brackets that go over in the corner here are a little bit longer. They go up a little bit higher. Now I have fixed it, I've cut them off, and it all seals up properly. So that's the rubber seal running down through there. The other seal will go around, over the top there, down here, along there, and when I get the other one fitted, it will go up here. So how did I fit that? Because I did just fiddle around there for a fair bit, sorting that out. So these brackets here, like I said, they go on the side there, and this little bracket here bolts up in there behind or in front of this other bracket that I took off first. So no real dramas, just had to modify it a fraction. The pinch strip will still go all the way around the top here, down here and round through there, and it should seal up. I did have to take the this off the tub cover, because you have got to cut it a little bit, and I'll have to clean off that bit of rubber there. I've just got to cut a little bit off the bottom, a little bit off the sides here as well, so that the pinch rubber actually seals properly along this metal strip on your tonneau cover, but that will screw back down again. It's just a matter of cutting a little bit off the bottom here and a little bit around through there as well. I'll show you that when I get to it, but I've already cut off the piece off the top of this one as well here. Pinch weld will cover all that up, and yeah, so you can see how much I had to cut off. So there's the piece I cut basically off the top there. My fault. If I would have ordered the right ones, wouldn't have had any dramas, because these just would have been a little bit shorter, I'm sure. Still looked exactly the same. Holes would have all been in the same spots, so no drama really. But yeah, that's fitting up really nice there, and it's pinched right up around the seam of the bed of the truck. So I'll get the other one on, and then it'll only be a matter of putting the pinch rubber on. I haven't tightened these up properly yet. I'll close it up and then I will do all the adjustments. Cheers everyone. Okay, I've just about got it done. So I've put the rubber seal on, and you can see I've put a tiny little bit of silicone up in the corner there, and they had two little soft rubber things with sticky stuff on them, so I've stuck those up in there. So that's sealed really well, considering if I would have ordered the right ones, they would have been a little bit lower, but it's all worked out okay. So got the seal all the way along, and done the same thing up the other side there. And I'll just show you. I'll close this. Oops, see what just fell down there. Oh. Just close this. Now you can see that's closed really well. And if you have a look in there, I'll just close this camera up a bit. The rubber seal is sealed all the way along there. So only a couple of jobs left to do now. So what have we got left to do? There's a cover that goes over the top of this to hide all those screws and that. And I've got some of these which go screw on there, and they just hold the pinch stripping on. So overall, not too bad. I'll get that finished off, tidy up the back of the truck here, because I've got more tools out there than you can poke a stick at. And we'll finish off, and I'll tell you what I think. And I've got to cut this off as well, so I'm going to cut that off, put that back on. I'm just going to clean off that little bit of rubber there with something, and cut that off so that this pinch weld here seals properly all around this tub here. Well, hello there. How's things going? It's all done. I might take you out of there because it's a bit dark. But yeah, got all the back of the car cleaned up, got all my tools out of there, got them all put away, got the fridge put back in, and got everything just about back in how it should be. Got all the little rubber seals hidden up here, bit of elastic up in there to fill up a bit of a gap there. Got all the pinch rubber on, put the little brackets on, even got the little cover strip down here which actually holds this rubber on as well. So that is really neat, finishes that off really professionally. And the brackets are sitting up nice and tight around the edge of the frame there. So I'm pretty confident that we're going to stop most of the dust and most of the water from getting into the back of the truck. So absolutely fantastic, the Egr Dust Buster Kit. Get on to Egr, check it out. It's the same mob that I got the Egr roller track off, which I did a video the other day about. And also guys, I didn't end up cutting this down because I actually found I just didn't put the rubber strip piece that was back on the bottom there, because I'll see how it goes, but this seems to be sealing really well against that. I didn't really want to cut that down, so we'll see how it goes. If it doesn't work, I'll cut this off. If it does work, I'll leave it the way it is, because it's all screwed down. It is all working really well. Had a few dramas which made it take longer than what it should be. If you order the right ones, I don't think you're going to have any trouble at all. One bit of advice I will give you, if you have got the tub liner in here, make sure you do cut it off to that 45mm, and this bracket just about sits up flush with that. You want this pinch rubber here being nearly flush with that edge of your truck. This is actually a different one to what Ty got. I think they've changed the design since Ty's put his on, because I know his had to screw, and all the other videos I've seen, they all screw down along here, but this one here actually screws up on top of the tub there. So this is a different type of design that they must have changed for different model trucks since Ty put his on. So I don't think I've seen any videos with anyone doing stuff like this. I hope you got a few tips out of it, like I used the ruler underneath there to stop scoring the paintwork, all that sort of thing. If you've got any questions, queries or comments, please leave them down below. I hope you enjoy these little build series. They do have these products for all other vehicles as well, guys. Not only for Fords, like same with the roller track. I forgot to mention that the other day. If you want to buy them for, you know, your Mitsubishi Triton or your Toyota or whatever, they have all these products for all other vehicles. So get onto their website, check them out. These Dustbuster kits, they have them for other vehicles as well, not only for the Ford Rangers. They have other products as well. So I'm not being paid by these guys either. I paid for all these myself. I think this Dustbuster kit was about $329 with postage, and same with the roller shutter thing. I paid for that myself. I think it was just under $4,000 to get that all fitted. And I tell you what, the guys that fitted it at Tyre Power in Kingaroy, they've done an amazing job. They are the agents for them, and it was the first one that they'd ever put on a vehicle. They said it took longer than what they thought, so they'll know better next time. But they were happy to have the experience to do it. So thanks to the local guys at Tyre Power Kingaroy. And EGR were pretty quick on getting this posted out to me. I did ring them and ask them how it was going, and they actually make these to order. So when you ring up or when you order one online, they will specifically make it to order when you purchase it. So that's about it, everyone. Hope you've enjoyed. Stay safe, look after each other, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye. I'm gonna go for a drive now and enjoy. Cheers, everyone.